We hope everyone enjoyed this week's episode of 13, only on the Outdoor Channel. Now, we gotta check out all those hunts that didn't quite make the cut in Phase 4. We'll start with Mark and Taylor climbing into a muddy bull right there in Iowa. Terry looks to finally lay eyes on a shooter in Missouri. And last but not least, Mark and Wade have an interesting start to their first hunt in November. Right here, right now, only on Nomad's Cutting Room Floor. First up is Taylor with her favorite hunting buddy Mark as they're chasing a couple target bucks on a cool October evening.
It feels good. It is 34 degrees in Iowa, Phase 4. And it's October. Dad and I were just saying you don't see 34 degrees in October ever. So tonight shall be good. Big frame, Simply Safe. We're coming at you.
Tay and I are back at it. It's been a while since I filmed this girl. I'm pumped.
It feels like a deer killing day, doesn't it? Says they are already on their feet and it's early, which is always a great sign. Phase 4 pre-lock continues and it is 34 degrees outside. We're back at it. I got my bow and fingers crossed that Simply Safe or Big Frame will make an appearance.
There's 3 does together there. 3 does. Well, there's probably 4.
You scared me. He didn't do it. Dang. The bucks are on their feet.
That's just crazy. Literally crazy.
Really good movement. We've seen probably close to 30 deer, probably 7 to 8 bucks. Now we have the elms.
We just saw a shooter we call Big Frame walk into the corn and now we can't see. But it's that time of the year we're calling sometimes. You can pull him out. I'm sure it's him. Man, it should be. Yeah, it's him. Watch it, he's looking. He's smelling where that doe was. Now he's eating. That's him. We really need to grunt again. He's turning around.
Well, Dad and I had a phenomenal sit tonight. We've been covered in deer since we got in here about 3:50-ish, and we just saw Big Frame, which is one of the target bucks here, and we didn't get much footage of him because he went straight into the corn. lost light really quick, but still, it's cool to see a deer of that caliber. He's 5.5 and just a beautiful rack on him, and a deer that we have a lot of history and encounters with. So we will definitely meet again, Big Frame, I hope.
Who doesn't love a solid encounter with one of their target bucks? Maybe one day Taylor's gonna get a shot at Big Frame and get him on the ground. Now, with close to 40 days hunting on his Missouri farm, let's see if Terry finally gets an opportunity at a shooter he's been after. I'm sure he's getting the itch by now.
You know, this is one of my favorite phases in the entire 13. We're still looking for our shooters on this particular farm. You know, Mark and Taylor have been absolutely just knocking them dead, and typically this is when we start kicking in gear and start dropping a few deer on the ground. We just haven't done that yet. I've got 5 or 6 shooters here, haven't seen them yet, haven't laid an eyeball on them, and we've been hunting for some 45 days. So maybe tonight's the night. We've hunted some 45 days here and still looking for that first shooter. We haven't seen him yet. Yeah. We're gonna see some good deer before the night's over, I got a feeling. Another one behind her. Could be a buck, a good buck behind her, maybe. Locked on her. Wow, what a neat encounter that was. That somewhat defines our problem. We're sitting here in the center of my farm. We've set all of our good spots, and we have yet to see one of our shooters. There's part of the problem. They're locked down with these does already. He's clearly tending her. These does are, a few of them have popped. The bucks are locked down with them, so it's really been pretty frustrating and challenging here. We just can't seem to see a good rack buck. So we gotta wait until they're done with them. Going on to the second round.
Here we have our Pro Guide HD binocular. You know, for low light and really looking out there at that first 15, that last 15, you know, that's where the magic happens on any deer hunt. And this is hands down the best binocular for that. HD optics, Twilight Max, and there's a reason this is our best-selling binocular.
Now, let's check in with Mark as he looks to kick off November in a major way. Just looks like he's missing maybe one thing.
Good morning, everyone.
I have the camera, I have the bow.
What I don't have is my cameraman. This happened last year as well. And
Although he did call this year and tell me that he just got up at the time that we were supposed to meet. So the reason was that he spilled milk on his phone. What that means, I don't know, but he said, I spilled milk on my phone, therefore I'm just now leaving at the meeting time. Filling the glass of milk cost you 30 minutes?
No. I hit snooze too many times, then I hit the glass of milk.
So you hit snooze. Okay, so the actual spilt milk didn't have anything to do with you being 30 minutes late.
Probably not too much, no.
He has arrived. I can't wait to hear this when he steps out of this truck. I'm worked up over you losing that glass of milk, Middle. I'll second that plea to anyone watching 13 that can run a camera and also just wake up. Oh, please call me. The best part was the call at meeting time with the groggy voice saying, I spilled a glass of milk. Okay.
Oh, had to clean it up. It was everywhere.
It was everywhere. It's horrible.
Well, we finally made it into the blind. Yes, we did. We got deer moving. Sweet November. Now we just need some bucks. Hopefully we didn't scare them coming in so late. Don't cry over spilled milk, man. Well, sweet November wasn't so sweet to us this morning. All we saw was a handful of does and nothing mature. So hopefully tonight will be a lot better. I could go finish up my chocolate milk too.
Do you think being late cost us a deer this morning?
Well, late is never good. So I don't know. Hope not, but possible, I guess.
Even if it did, you can't cry over spilled milk, can you?
No, you can't.
Hey, here we go, 206. We are going in earlier and earlier and earlier. When you turn the page to Sweet November, you never know what time they're gonna walk out, especially when you're in a spot like we are tonight, which is really tight cover. So we're gonna get in here and see what we see tonight.
Well, they're already starting. Here it is. It's just a little after 3. We started seeing deer in the 2 o'clock hour. Yeah, it's 3:20. So they are already cooking. DeerCast says good, not great, but we've seen pressure bottom at 29.6, and it's going to start rising again tonight. Sometimes when you can time your hunt with that bottom bounce, it's pretty good movement. Holy crap. Look at them all flying off the hill. Man, these deer are filing in, and it's early. 3:38, and it's November 1st. You gotta believe that something's gonna show up to this field checking it. Now, it may not be the buck we're looking for. We'll see if one of them shows up. I'd love to see one walk out to this grape tree tonight. They basically aren't scraping anymore. He's gonna clear our field out, isn't he? Poor old boy's lonely. Sweet November. They get a little frustrated, we get happy, and they get frustrated. They're looking for love and can't find it. Where's a nice buck coming from the north? And then,
That gives us hope that they're not all locked or something.
I wonder if that's the deer I saw run up there tonight when we walked in. Looks like. Right. So there's a decent bud. That might look like. Is he lost some weight or is it my imagination? I don't know, he is.
Looks like he has.
How about that, man? We encountered that same buck on this same field October the 1st, so a month to the date. Sweet Bucktober rolled in, Sweet November rolled in with the same greeting, that big giant. Awesome.
What an awesome encounter for Mark and pretty tough go for Wade. You know the old saying, can't cry over spilled milk. As always, thanks for watching this week's edition of 13's Cutting Room Floor only on DoD TV. Be sure to subscribe to the Drury Outdoors YouTube channel and we'll see you at the same bat time, the same bat place next week on DoD TV.